Hello film editors, and welcome to this week's assignment for film editing and design. This week's assignment involves the intensive work done in the pre-production of a movie. Any good movie must have a vision in mind before you pick up a camera. You get that vision through producing a script and storyboard, then begin to create a production design. Think of the best movies that you've ever seen, and think of the kinds of work that went into the pre-planning for that movie. Production design makes a film look believable through the filming locations that you choose, the props that you use for your characters, and the costumes that you use all create a more artistic and realistic film. But you must be able to do all of this while staying within a budget. Your assignment this week is to enter pre-production for a film and to create a detailed production pitch in video form. Your film must be based on one of the following three themes. You can create a spaghetti western, you can create a teenage melodrama, or you can create an apocalyptic survival movie. You will need to be able to create this film on a budget of only $4,000. Obviously, you will not be given $4,000, nor will you actually create this film. This week, you are merely going to go into the pre-production phase of that film. For this assignment, you will need to conduct some research and give a detailed account of how much money your production will cost, where you plan to film that movie, and how much time it will take for you to produce this film. You will need to include all of the details of the equipment that you'll be using, the cameras, the lighting, the sound that you plan to use, the cost of costumes, you name it. If it costs money, it needs to be in the film. Even those things that don't cost money, you should include in your production pitch. That way we know exactly what it's going to take to make this movie. Something that you do not need to plan for, however, is the cost of the computers or the software editing program that you will use, since I will be providing that. If you plan to use other people's music, how much will those songs cost? What about hiring your talent, your actors, your camera people, your dolly crew? All of those things will cost you money in this production, and unless they plan on volunteering, you'll need to account for those costs as well. Take, for instance, this production. This is a very low budget production, as you can tell. I am filming in my classroom, which makes it cheap. I am also using some hired talent, using Zach, and he is going to be volunteering for this piece. The camera I'm using is a Canon T4i DSLR. I'm using 2 battery packs with a 64 gigabyte memory card, and I'm using a Vivitar tripod and some lighting equipment in a package deal on Amazon. This cost approximately $999.95. As you can see, I stayed well within my $4,000 budget. So essentially, how do you plan to make this film? Do you plan on saving money by filming downtown? Do you plan to save money by filming in the school? Or do you plan to take a trip out to Italy? If that's the case, how are you going to get there? How much money will that cost? All of those details need to be in your production pitch. I would suggest using Amazon, B&H Photo, or any costume websites that are available out there for you to get detailed information about your equipment and costuming needs, as well as pictures and the names of the equipment you plan to use. Your production pitch must include all of the following items. First, you must have a talking head, someone that is going to be describing this project, much the way that I do for this production pitch. Next, you're going to need pictures and video of all of the things that you plan to use in the production of your film. Third, you must indicate what kind of film you plan to make, and you should do so using pictures and text. Also, you should include any kind of music that you plan to use to give a little bit of a hook to the film and indicate how much that music might cost. Finally, you will need a scanned copy of your storyboard. Your storyboard needs to be a detailed plan that will account for a 20-minute film using 5 to 10 different scenes. Now go out and plan a movie.